It's been 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days. You know what? As well, we didn't stick to Hard 75, but we've stuck to this.
Two boys, friends for a while, pretending they're close. Denial, so they put time aside once a week to spend some time chatting. This is two not so good friends.
Yeah, yeah.
We've
I mean,
stuck
this
to
is
you
this
know.
is considerably easier.
Yeah, but we still stuck to it. I think we should be proud of that.
I mean, I've just done maybe an hour and a half of football, and I'm arseholed. So
Are you?
yeah,
Not really.
it's been a heavy week. I feel like news wise. I think there's like quite a lot to fit into this little tasty pod. Vod.
Yeah. I mean, how's your week been other than playing football?
Well, I watched football. Obviously, Port Vale got to the playoffs. By the time this is out, we would have either won or lost it. But that's cool.
That's probably the first ever Port Vale game I watched.
It's good, wasn't it?
I mean, I fell asleep in the first half of extra time, but
I
yeah,
thought it
it was
was
good.
quality wise. I think quality wise that was better than some Premier League matches I've watched.
Yeah, I
The
mean, I
first
must
half,
admit, I was laughing my tits off at how injury prone James Wilson seems to be.
hey, he slapped that pen in, didn't he?
No, no, he played well. He's clearly the difference maker for Vale.
We're getting topical, baby.
Give me that news, I gotta know it.
We're getting topical, baby.
Give me that news, I gotta know it.
Jingle never gets old. It never gets old. I mean, it's been the
No, I
second
do.
week, so
Let-
yes, the
let-
news. You're doing the news this week, so
I do. You know what? I've gone for banter over anything else this week, and it sort of rips into both of us. So I actually found this article today. So this is really relevant, on point.
well, you say relevant,
Journalism.
but don't forget this is going out in 2 weeks' time.
The Guardian wrote, BBC apologises after Manchester United are rubbish appears on ticker. So basically, on BBC News, like on the news show, it's a serious fucking show. At the ticker at the bottom appeared on the 9 a.m. broadcast as well. So it's not even like late night banter. This is like
On the 9
breakfast
a.m.
news.
one.
Yeah, 9 till 10 broadcast. And the presenter had to come on later and say, a little earlier, some of you may have noticed something pretty unusual on the ticker that runs along the bottom of the screen, with news making a comment about Manchester United, and we hope that Manchester United fans weren't offended by that. Let me just explain what was happening. Behind the scenes, someone was training to learn how to use the ticker and to put text on the ticker. So they were just writing random things not in earnest, and the comment appeared.
See, I saw this video clip on Twitter today, and I thought it was one of those like fake ones, and I didn't realize until I saw the follow up about 2 hours later, where she was like, "I hate that explanation. Why are they being so like butthurt about it?
Oh,
We hope
no, it's
no one's
funny.
offended.
So
Shut
it's
up."
it's the BBC. And you know what the funniest thing is? I think a Man United fan wrote it. I think it's playing on his mind so much that we've just had a shocking season, or her.
Either that or United are living rent free, and some, I presume, probably an Arsenal fan's head because they've got nothing to shout about. BBC are prone to a cock up on their live channel. Did you hear about that thing with the interview thing about 10 years ago? Someone was being interviewed to do with like Apple and the specifics between Apple and the new products. This guy was, and it was called like Guy Garvey or something like that. He was there meant to be interviewed on live BBC. Another person called Guy Goma went in to interview for an IT technician role within the building that BBC was based at.
Mhm.
Because they were both called Guy, the runner must have got confused and took the
Dear.
guy there for an IT interview up to the news channel, and he ended up being interviewed on live BBC News live broadcast about stuff that he didn't have a clue. And there's on YouTube, there's like just I don't know, like a 2 minute video of this guy just looking
Oh no.
like he just
So
wants his
this guy,
arse to, yeah.
so this guy's on live TV thinking he's actually conducting a job interview.
No. So the guy who was meant to be going for the job interview knew he wasn't supposed to be there. But you know when you sort of get ushered into something and you're like, I'm just gonna go along with it. I don't really know what to do. I presume like it was at the last minute that he only realized he was being wheeled onto live BBC. I
Oh
don't
God.
because he was there for an IT job, so it wasn't like even remotely to do with the news channel. But he just like was just there like just like a deer in headlights. And he was being
Oh,
asked
I love
questions
that.
about specifics of Apple. And the worst part
Surely.
is he didn't even get the IT job at the end of it.
Oh, I was just about to say, surely he got the job.
No, I
af-
didn't even
after
get the job.
cock-up.
Oh yeah, it's a new segment. What are they talking about now?
As of recording this week, end of last week, a couple won the Euro Millions, didn't they? They won
yeah.
184
Yeah.
milli.
Extremely envious of that bastard. But Bastardi. I think that's
Bastard and
I'm gonna
bastardi.
say that is the female version of a
I'd say that
bastard.
would be a bastardess. No, bastardette.
Bastardess. All right, bastardette. Bastardette. That'll do.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely jealous of that bastard and bastardette because I entered into that draw. You know what I won?
Nothing.
Absolutely fuck all. Not even a quid. Like,
Well, what I find, I have a follow-up question for this. But the initial first point, they went public.
Mhm.
Why would you go public?
I would always go public. And you know what I'd do? I'd go
What, even
public
if there
then
was no
move.
terms and conditions? Even if there was no terms and conditions
Yeah,
whatsoever?
yeah, I'd still go public. I'd really want to rub it in everyone's fucking face.
Okay, my the main point I wanted to get onto was, and this is my equivalent of, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? What would you do if you won the 184 million? Because I was thinking about this earlier. You win 10 million on the lottery, you can blow through that in like a year. You could probably blow through that in like 6 months quite easily, right?
Depends on your lifestyle, I suppose.
No,
like-
but I think you just could, like 10 million. You buy
Oh, yeah,
you buy
could
a
easily
big
do it.
you buy a big house because you would. You buy a couple of big cars. Already you're probably down to like 7 million. And then
Yeah.
your lifestyle would just blow up. So you could get rid of 10 million within a year without being
Yeah.
careful. 184 million is a different beast.
Yeah, no, 100%. That is like you do whatever the fuck you want for the rest of your
So
life.
what would you do? Okay.
Straight up, I'd buy a house on every continent. You know me, I'm big into my cars. Rather than going straight up like, oh, I'm gonna go and buy a Bugatti, I'd buy collectible cars. So stuff that basically is quite rare, stuff you're not going to see every day. So classics and things like that. I'd probably make a collection of those. I'd probably buy a racetrack. Only not like a massive one, just something that I could turn up in these cars that I bought and use it and
Oh,
have fun
okay.
with them.
Okay.
So that you could drive them properly, because basically, where in the world other than a racetrack can you drive these supercars properly? You can't. So I'd do that, and then I would follow Formula One around the world.
With that money, you'd probably get invited with F1 to go, because I felt like those two that won the 184 were instantly richer than Adele. If you got more
That's
bag,
crazy.
I know. If you've got more money than Adele, you're probably getting welcomed into like inner circles.
Yeah.
I don't think I could quit my job, because I think even when I take a week off and go on holiday, I start to go mental. Like,
Do you?
yeah.
Oh, I find it so easy to just switch off from my job. But
I
you
just-
do what you enjoy. Like, if I was full time doing my F1 stuff, 100%, I'd be the same. I think I'd be, oh, I'm ready to get back to it. But I could take 6 months off work and not even fucking miss it. 100%.
See, I think, yeah, because on the house front, I would just straight up buy like a 1-2 million pound house around like Essex countryside or something.
So you'd
Just-
stay in Essex?
Well, I work in London, don't I? So I'd have to be.
Oh, you silly cunt.
I'd stay close.
With
Nice
that much
Essex.
money, you could commute.
Nah, well, tube prices, I'd lose the 184 in about a month.
True.
I take an Essex countryside. I'd get 2 cars, so I get a nice flashy Aston Martin, and then I go something a bit more casual for the family, maybe like a top of the range, like a top.
So you'd go basic bitch, basically, with your cars.
Yeah, but I mean, James Bond Aston Martin is the English dream.
Is it though?
And then maybe I'd throw in a Ferrari or something. I've never been that big on cars, but like Aston
No, I
Martin,
know.
always done it.
I mean, if you're going British dream, I think at the minute you got to look at a McLaren, man.
Nah, I go Aston Martin. It's the James Bond vibes.
All right, okay. So
I'd
you're
keep my-
basically a 7-year-old boy inside when it comes to
Yeah.
cars. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I get the one that's been modified too, so it's got like the smoke screen and shit. I'd put 25 million pounds aside each for the kids. So I'd just be like, you're minted for life now. You don't have to worry about anything. I'd probably give my close family, household wise, maybe 1 million to 5 million each, just so they're sorted. 25, you've probably still got like 100 million left
Yeah.
over.
I mean, to be honest, I never even thought about who I'd give money to, and this is winning the lottery, winning that jackpot is something I've daydreamed about.
Would you
For-
give it to family and friends, or would you give it to just family?
I'd probably go some friends. It depends who, and it depends what they'd want the money for.
Friend wise, I would give a select few a couple of million and just be like, you can have that, but I'm not going to give you any more.
So what I would do instead is I think I'd say, right, you've got a budget, choose a car, choose a house,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because
and
then they
I'd
can't
pay
fuck
for
it.
it because it's at the end of the day, I know I've won the money, I know I've not worked for it, but I still wouldn't want them fucking it, spinning it up the wall,
Yeah,
and then
make them
I'd
work for it.
so I'd say whatever's left in your budget, you'd get in cash. So say I'd give you a 2 million budget,
I
you
would
could choose a
buy the
house, you
shittiest
could,
flat ever. Yeah, I'd be like that 10 grand flat. Just give me the 1.99 million
yeah, you'd have a car and you'd have a house, and
KA.
then Jesus Christ, and then you'd get the rest in cash, but at the end of the day, you'd have a paid for house, you'd have a paid for car.
The outcome of this is I'm very fucking jealous of the whatever they're called.
Yeah, same.
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I ran out of ideas, I hate it.
The jingle is growing on me. I hate it. Obviously, does what it says on blooded tin. And you've bought it this week, and you've
Yeah.
told me you've got a corker.
Yeah, I think it's very relevant.
You got a bloody corker, yeah. You got a bloody corker.
Oh, it's a corker. I absolutely hate it when you're scrolling through TikTok or you're scrolling through Instagram, and there's a video of someone going through one of these like Disney filters, and it's scrolling through which Disney character am I.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
We're gonna hurt each other with words. We're gonna hurt each other with words.
Good jingle.
It's the time where we hurt each other with words. We're gonna go bish bash. You go, I go. You go, I go.
Everyone thinks that you have a healthy beard, when actually it's just stubble on a really fucking huge chin.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. What's it like being the oldest child in the family and the least successful simultaneously?
First of all, not factually correct.
How is that not correct?
How am I least successful?
Oh, come on.
You're so dumb. You probably think that wind turbines are cooling the world down to tackle global warming.
How is that a dig at me? Have you just Googled rips?
No, no. That was a genuine one I thought of. But maybe the delivery was a bit shit. You might have missed the part where I said you are so dumb before I threw that in there.
No, I didn't miss that.
Okay.
Fucking
Well, that was a
hell.
dig at you because you are thick as pig shit. So
Well, okay. Well, I would just like to say thanks to you, because the term Stockholm syndrome has a completely new meaning. It now refers to a partner who desperately has to scramble away from poor relationship choices.
yeah. Okay.
And I hope she's listening to this. Is she? Does she watch it?
No.
Doesn't
No,
she?
she-
That's a shame. That's actually
No,
really
she
that's a shame.
probably will. She probably will when we're famous and I've left her. Me and your family worked really hard into tricking you to move to fucking London. Stop coming back.
Whenever I want to feel better about myself, I think back to the time when you were a door-to-door voucher salesman in 2017. You know, when the paper voucher business was really booming.
There's a theory that if a person went back in time and killed someone, then that person who was killed would disappear from present day. As we're still recording, I'm guessing Jedward haven't managed to go back to 2009 and kill anyone who copied their hairstyle.
Didn't copy it. Didn't copy it. We're bringing up facts, are we? Didn't copy it. Had it before them, way before them. Fuck Jedward. Your attempt at becoming a YouTube prankster was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And that
Yeah.
includes that time I saw you offer back alley sex to a girl you just met in Hanley in a smoking area of fiction.
Did I do that?
Yes, you did. It was actually, you've actually suggested a threesome with the two girls we met that night.
Oh, God. I know, I do remember that now, yeah.
Mm.
No, that was a bad time. Your fashion sense is so bad that Netflix have already emailed two not-so-good-friends@gmail.com to create a series following your life. It's going to be called Wannabe Essex Boys.
Right. Where's the pun in that? Where's the pun?
Your fucking fashion sense is awful. Essex
Okay.
people have awful fashion sense.
Year 6 called it wants its bum fluff back.
Oh, God. Your wife is so ashamed of you that she preferred to get married during lockdown so that fewer people would find out.
All jokes aside, it's good to see that you've gone from that unpaid volunteer work selling vouchers back in 2018 to now doing. Let me just check my notes. Unpaid volunteer work with the Formula Nerds. It's a good character growth. It's good development from you. That it's good.
They're still fucking talking. They're still fucking talking. They're still fucking talking. A load of shit, man.
This podcast was a stolen idea. You stole it from Ramesh and Tom, and
You need to stop saying that every week.
we have stolen the insult segment from TikTok. Basically, we've stolen most things that bring this together. So I
No,
thought,
but what we're doing is recreating ideas.
yeah. Well, this is a literal recreation of an idea.
Is
I
it?
thought we could do a segment on the Off Menu podcast. So have you listened to the Off Menu podcast?
No.
Have you not? Okay, this actually makes it interesting. So, Off Menu podcast, it's presented and hosted, same thing, didn't need to say it twice, by James Acaster and Ed Gamble. And they invite celebrities, comedians, all sorts onto the podcast, and it's basically talking about their dream menu. So to go to the restaurant, and so basically we'll just do it. And you'll see poppadoms or bread,
What kind of bread?
any bread.
Okay.
But this is like setting the tables. This isn't even a starter. This is
setting the
pre-table.
tables. Oh, right.
Yeah, this is like you turn
sure.
up. Yeah, poppadoms, what's on
Poppadoms.
like red onions, chutney.
Yeah. Poppadoms for sure.
Sometimes people go for bread, and I've never understood why you go for bread.
Yeah, no, bread's too filling. Bread's too
Yeah,
filling.
but also, it doesn't taste of it. Bread and butter.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
great.
living in World War II, thank you.
You've got Jesus Christ. Still
Right,
and
so-
sparkling, I go still. I'll stick with still if it's just
Sparkling
we'll
is
say it's
bad.
just water.
Somehow like carbonation makes water go from nice to this has come right out of the devil's anus, and I don't really understand how.
Yeah, it's like the devil's ejaculate.
Yeah, it is. And Daddy got to have some of that. No, he doesn't. Right. So then you've got your starter. What are you going for starter?
Sorry, you tickle me there. Starter, so I can pick anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go for a prawn cocktail.
Really?
Yeah, I do love a prawn cocktail starter.
Are they cold?
Yeah.
Not for me. That.
No, what would you have? In fact, we'll get on to you after. Fuck it.
So you've gone poppadoms, still water, prawn cocktail. Already a mixture of flavors.
Yeah.
Your main.
I love sea bass. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, sea bass is like my favourite food.
What would you have?
So-
What's on the plate?
So I'm going sea bass.
Yeah.
On a bed of, it's like braised rice with like roasted vegetables mixed in with the rice. A little bit of olive oil run through the rice and the veg. Mate, it is fucking lovely. Obviously,
Okay.
a squirt of lemon on the sea bass. That is all you need. Trust me.
Okay. That's different to what I was expecting. What? Okay, you can have a side dish with it as well. You can have a side dish.
Side dish. Okay. Again, I'm staying. God, I like fish. I'm gonna go for some calamari.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, calamari with a bit of lemon mayo.
Prawn cocktail, sea bass, braised rice, roasted veg with calamari, and then dessert. This is looking like the worst one I've ever seen.
Is it?
So this, for me, yeah, the dessert could maybe pull it back.
So there's a cake that my missus has ordered for my birthday the last couple of years because she's been away. She's had it delivered. There's a company that they deliver cakes to your door. God, how do I describe it? They're about 8 inches tall, and you get like probably 14 slices, I want to say, in each one. They do like a Terry's chocolate orange one. So basically, you've got 2 layers of cake. So you've got chocolate sponge, like a chocolate orange sponge. You've got the loveliest white buttercream with like an orangey sort of flavour to it. Over the top, like the buttercream runs between the cake, between the sponge, and then all over the outside. And then you've got chocolate orange drizzled over the top.
Would you have
And
that
then
with
it's-
custard?
No, and then it's set, like the chocolate's set on it, and then you've got a segment of chocolate orange for each slice on top as well. That is the best cake I've ever had. Genuinely so nice. You have 1 slice of that. Usually I could eat like half a cake, no fucking problem. I have 1 slice of that and I am done. It is just amazing. Yeah, I'd go for that. I think as my dessert with I think a scoop of we'll go vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
And is that the only drink I can have, by the way?
No, no,
Still
no. So I'm
water?
about to I'm about to go to that. Your drink. What would you be having to drink? You can you can choose two. You can choose two drinks should you want to.
Okay, two drinks. Okay, so I'm gonna go for. So, have you ever heard of Aviation Gin?
Yeah, it's the Ryan Reynolds one, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought, because I love Ryan Reynolds, I'm a big fan of his like, just his sense of humor is just. I think he's like the funniest man in the world. Um, so I'd go Aviation Gin with a touch of lemonade and a lemon in there, and then I'm gonna spice it up with big fan of cocktails actually as well.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna go Porn Star Martini.
Your dream meal. You get one shot at this. Genie pops out, says, "Do what you want." You're having
I want
poppadoms.
to state to the audience, by the way, I was not preluded to this. This is on the
You
spot.
don't
me
need to
thinking,
be. You don't need to be.
This is me thinking about it off the top of my head. I'm sure if I put more thought into it, I'd probably come out with a better meal. But off the top of my head,
But for you,
I'm basing this on what I've actually eaten in restaurants and enjoyed.
well, yeah, but you wouldn't choose something you've not had. That would make sense.
By the
So
way,
for you, poppadoms, some chutney, some rice, some yog maybe, with a glass of still water to get you settled and going. You've had that. You've ordered your drinks now. You've got an aviation gin and lemonade on the go.
oh yeah, lovely.
Crack open a prawn cocktail,
Yeah.
right? Your main is a sea bass with braised rice, roasted veg within it, side of calamari. Then you move on to a chocolate orange cake with ice cream, vanilla, served up with a porn star martini.
Yeah.
That's for you, top.
Like off the top of my head, yeah.
That makes me want to smash my face into a wall.
See, I love my fish. Like when me and Esme went to Tenerife,
Oh,
We're all
I got a
inclusive.
girlfriend. I got a girlfriend.
and we were all inclusive. You know, you got to go
All inclusive, but not exclusive.
So anyway, they had obviously a restaurant in the hotel, and they had a live bar, and every single night there was a different kind of fish.
Oh my god! What? Wait, so you could choose the fish you'd eat, and when it was
Yeah.
swimming around? Ah, nah.
No, not like that. Like, I mean, like a live bar is, and they cook it in front of you, not
Oh right.
not live fish. Fuck that. I don't think I could bring myself to do that. No, they had all these different kinds. So I tried.
Freaking wrestling a squid.
Tell you what, I did try squid. That was gorgeous. I tried swordfish.
Just inking everywhere. No.
Wrapped around like a fucking chef's face.
Are you sure you want the calamari? Are you sure? Right. Well, I will. I'll take you through where mine's at. I've thought
Okay,
about
can
it.
I ask the questions though?
Do you remember the questions?
Okay, so what you having on the table? Poppadoms, bread, or is there anything else you want to throw in there?
No, everyday poppadoms, and you know what? Whole. You can save the yogurt. Just give me the red onions and give me the chutney, but give me like a fucking vat of chutney. Like
Yeah, mango
a
chutney,
vat. Yeah.
Okay. I'm with
Also,
you there.
when I at my dad's, my dad goes to a specific Indian takeaway, and they do like this really nice like chili dip.
Yeah.
I'd have some of that too.
Still or sparkling?
Every day still. Once again, sparkling, devil's ejaculate. And I'm not touching that.
Daddy needs that.
Yeah, Daddy don't want that.
Starter.
I don't particularly believe in starters. I think
Right, okay.
I think they're pointless. I think I'd be happy, you know, if I had some chicken wings, normal chicken wings, and then an assortment of dips around the side. So I get one hot sauce. I get like a cheesy dip.
So you wouldn't want your wing marinated in anything. You just want a plain chicken
No, I
wing.
think the chicken, because the chicken wings are like, they're like bone meat, aren't they? Where it's like quite
Mm.
tender and like tasty anyway. I don't think you need to do too much to the wings.
Okay, so what are you gonna go for your main?
Easy. Went to Belgium,
All right.
and we went there like 2 or 3 times when we were there for like the long weekend. In the big Parliament Square, there's an Italian restaurant. Went in there, and it served the naughtiest lasagna. Now, I will go out on a limb that you can't ever have a bad lasagna, ever. I tried good lasagnas, which are expensive. I've tried mid-range lasagnas. I've also tried the horse meat 70p lasagnas from Tesco. None of it was bad, right? So I go a big big vat of the lasagna from that specific Italian.
Yeah.
And as a side, I'd have a side salad with a nice little bit of a dressing on it. I'm not sure what dressing. Something
French?
creamy, like a creamy dressing.
Really?
Oh yeah, like a Frenchy mustardy dressing might be quite nice.
Yeah, French dress.
With some some good garlic bread, like ciabatta garlic bread, a ciabatta garlic bread. That's me main. But the lasagna, I can't stress this enough, has to be big.
Okay. Again, surprising.
Ah.
Surprising.
Lasagna slaps.
Dessert. What are we slapping on dessert?
Dessert, I would go for a hot chocolate fudge cake, but it's got to be good quality. And when I say good quality, I mean like not just, you get like the cake where it's like hard cake, like a slither of chocolate. It needs to be like drenched in chocolate sauce.
Mhm.
And then, see, the toss up is between custard and ice cream.
Mhm.
I think I would have to go hot chocolate. It's hot, so I'd have to go ice cream. You can't have hot and hot. So I'd have like a salted caramel ice cream.
Drinks. 2 drinks.
If I wanted to enjoy it, I would get, and this isn't going to really fit in with the fine dining, but I don't give a flying fuck. Aldi do a £6.49 bottle of rosé prosecco, which is absolute filth. Like less than £7. It's like a 12% wine. It's bloody good. So I'd have that rosé prosecco on tap whenever I wanted it, as and when. And then I would also join the cocktail game, but I'd get pina colada.
Would you? Oh,
Mm.
see. Again, when I was abroad, I tried a pina colada, authentic, like freshly made pina colada. Not like the shit you get in Manchester if you go in the Northern Quarter or anything like that. Like a proper, authentic, fresh pina colada.
What makes it authentic?
It's being done properly.
Yeah, because there are places which make it too pineapple-y.
Yeah.
There's a
Like
fine line.
it was a proper pina colada, is basically what I'm trying to say. There's nothing like, if you go out in London or Manchester and you have a cocktail, it just doesn't feel as authentic as when you're abroad. Maybe it's because you're abroad and you're enjoying it more. I don't know.
I think it's
But
probably
anyway.
because they put about 15 shots of whatever
Yeah.
alcohol it is in there.
Yeah, so I tried the pina colada over there. Wasn't for me. Poppadoms with the
Mhm.
chutney, the chili sauce, chili dip,
Red onions.
still water, red onions as well, sorry. You'd go chicken wings with
Mhm.
assorted dips.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd move on to lasagna, but it has to be from the Italian in Parliament Square in Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
Big fucking vat of it, apparently.
Yeah.
You'd go for that with a side salad with French mustardy dressing, and then ciabatta, ciabatta garlic bread. And then for dessert, you're gonna go hot chocolate fudge cake with chocolate sauce. It has to be drenched in the chocolate sauce.
It does. It does.
Ice cream, salted
It does.
caramel.
That's to be dripping.
And then for drinks, you're going to go for a £6.49 bottle of Aldi Rosé Prosecco.
That's the one.
And then some pina colada.
Hmm.
I mean, I've got to say, they're very, very different
They're different.
meals
Yeah.
there. And again, this points to the fact that we're not very good friends. But yeah, that brings us over with that segment. I must say, that was a very weird segment. I must say, original. Oh, not original.
No, it's
stolen.
not original at all.
Stolen. Completely stolen. But pretty good.
Props to you. You've really pulled out the originality this week.
Yeah.
That
I
sort
think
of brings us that.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's episode 3, done and dusted. Make
Again.
sure you like and subscribe.
We have we rattled through that, I think. Good. The news there is funny. The off menu segment was very good, mainly because it wasn't really our idea.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably something we need to learn going forward. Stop trying to be original.
Yeah. One of the best things we can ask for is for people to send in emails with
Is it?
talking points. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just give us some inspo.
Yeah.
That'll do.
It's just sort of send us things, questions, things that happen to you. If there was a distressing moment and you want us to review it, we'll obviously keep you anonymous.
Unless you don't want
But
to.
if there's a sort of a thing that happened in your life and you're really embarrassed by it, or you're thinking, was this embarrassing? Should I have been embarrassed by it? Let us know, and then we'll sort of hash it out on here.
Yeah.
And destroy your life.
That works out. And also, I've been working pretty hard on a subscribe and like jingle. So this
Have
is
you?
it. This is it.
If you've listened this far, you'll wanna listen again. So make sure you subscribe, like, and post your comments.
So you didn't hear that, but what do you think it sounded like?
Fucking mint.
Yeah.
That was good, that.
But what
I
you could
enjoyed
just
that.
reenact what you think that's what just if you were going to do an acoustic version of it, what would you?
Okay. Two not so good friends. Like me and subscribe.
Yeah. Not really though. No.
Two boys, friends for a while, pretending they're close. Denial, so they put time aside once a week to spend some time chatting. This is two not so good friends.